What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, I'm Dave Harris. Usually I put out videos about the military, but if you've been following me, you know that I got the military this year, February 2021. So a little bit of background about me. I was in the Navy for 8 years. I was a CS, a cook in the Navy, and I just got out this year. And I'm 100% disabled veteran. So if you see the title, you know I'm gonna talk about some of the things that I filed for the VA to get me 100%. So I'm not trying to get you guys a lie. I'm not trying to brag. I just want to inform you on some of the things that I filed, and I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything about myself. With that being said, you can look up the amount that 100% disabled veterans will get, or any other percent. It's online. I'll try to put it in the description below so you guys can check that out and do some research on it. But let's jump right into it. So I'll go with like the top 3 things that got me to 100%. I won't give you guys everything I filed, but I give you majority of the things that I claim with the VA. So my top 3 ones that I had 50% for these 3. So I got sleep apnea. Sleep apnea gave me a 50% rating. So if you have sleep apnea, just make sure you're using it. Make sure you have your receipts when they give you your machine. Make sure you have your machines with you, and because they might check all that out if you trying to file that from the VA. So I got 50% for my sleep apnea. Another one was I got 50% for my headaches. I get bad headaches, bad migraines. Sometimes I gotta just go lay down because it just hurts so much. So I got 50% for that, and yeah, I got medication and everything for that. And then the last one was I got 50% for TBI. TBI stands for traumatic brain injury. So I got this because it's kind of funny, but when I was on the ship on deployment, I fell out my rack. All right, so I was on the top rack. It might be about almost 6 foot drop, and I fell while I was asleep. I don't know, maybe I was sleeping wild. I had a nightmare, and I just remember waking up off the ground, and I was just like confused, like what happened? And I was like, damn, I must have fell out my rack. And I just remember getting up off the ground. After that, I don't remember nothing else. I just remember waking up the next morning, and then like some of the guys were like, man, you fell out your rack last night. They were joking about it and everything. And, you know, I was just gonna go to work, but they was like, man, you need to go to medical. So I ended up going to medical. They ain't see nothing wrong with me. They didn't do no x-rays or nothing, but from that day, like a couple years later, I just had like memory loss. It just, something didn't feel right. I felt horrible. I was having trouble sleeping, just memory loss, always tired, headaches. And I went to the doctor, and they was like, man, you probably had a concussion. So they had me down for, you know what I'm saying, concussion, TBI, and I had to go to these different doctors and stuff like that. And that right there gave me 50%. So those was my top 3, and then I had like 20% for my shoulder, and then, you know, a couple 10% here and there. But those total up to 100% from the VA. So the math, if you don't know how the VA math works, it's a little tricky, but you would think 50% plus 50% will give you 100%. That's not correct. So my 350% got me 88%. And then from that 88%, that 20% for my shoulder got me 90%. And then the couple 10s got me up to, you gotta, once you get to 95%, then that's pretty much 100%. They just round it up from there. So if you can get to 95%, then you'll be at 100%. So that's how I got 100%. And for 100%, you could be looking at somewhere between 3,100, 3,500. It depends. So I think it starts off at 31, if I'm not mistaken. I'm putting the description, the topics, and the links and everything to the pay for 100% in the description below. But with me with 2 dependents, so the more dependents you have, the more money they give you. So I got 2 dependents, so my 100% equals up to 3,500. So I get 3,500 for the rest of my life on the first of every month. So Yeah, man, that was just a quick video to let you guys know some of the things that I claim. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I try to help you guys out. But just make sure you, if you're still in the military now and you're about to get out, make sure you file your VA claims while you're still in. It'll make it a lot easier. Everything will be pretty much service connected because you're still in the military. So don't wait till after you get out. It's going to be a harder process. It's going to be harder for them to determine if your symptoms are service connected or not. So the sooner you do it, the better, and it'll make your ride a lot smoother. A lot of people always, I hear stories about the VA doctors, this and that, and how terrible they are and they out to get you. But my experience was totally different. Mine was a cakewalk. I went in there and I got everything examined. The doctors went over all my symptoms and everything I filed, and the rest was history. I didn't have to go back to reevaluate or try to appeal. They gave me 100% off rip. So like, it only took me like 3 months to start receiving, you know what I'm saying, the compensation, the money for my disability. So I've seen people waiting for years, or like 6 months to a year. It took me like 3 months. So yeah, the sooner you do it, the better. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. I hope you guys doing great. Until next time, catch you guys later. Deuces.